Hi, I know that you are confused with today's class. Let me try to help you defining base and superstructure. Now let us look at a brief description by Karl Marx. Marx defines the base as a social relation between men which create and produce materials that are eventually put up for exchange. So for Marx, art and literature are superstructures of society. And Marx notes that there is an unequal relationship between art and society. This is what you would find when you Google the term base and superstructure. And you will also find base means primary economic activities. Superstructure is a unitary area within which all cultural and ideological activities could be placed. So let me explain what is base. Base is as complex as your life. As a part of my research, I've read many articles for getting a proper understanding of these two terms. To corroborate the meaning is not easy, because base is the fundamental reality of the very life that you lived. Base is the whole way of your life. When I say that it becomes the whole way of your life, it becomes a very slippery turf. But let us try to delve deeper into the complexities of these two terms. Base, I first thought, was a world that we engage with. But that is not the epicenter of our life. For example, St. Teresa's is an important space for me as I work there. But that is not my base. Neither is it yours. Base is in fact a place of ideas where you are active, where you confront ideas, where you encounter harsh realities, where you engage with your beliefs, and a place where you are very active. So base is not exclusively an economic reality, but it is also a part of your social reality, perhaps your social consciousness too. So base is equal to economic reality plus your social realities. So base, I would say, is a revolutionary space in your life. It does not move in one direction, it is multi-directional, but it gets constructed, reduced, and reinvented all the time. Let me ask you one question. Why is it revolutionary? You should understand that human beings are the only species who are very productive in nature. I do not mean biological production, but the other production. For example, the masks that we use now, which has formed a part of our life. We had only surgical masks when the pandemic, broke all over. But now look at the innovative way in which masks are being produced. Look at the revolution that the world is witnessing now. Reflect on how mobile phones have evolved. Last week, my son had sent an Apple Watch so that he can monitor my husband's ECG. So now, who is under surveillance? His father is under surveillance. If he encounters a fall, or if Adi notices a slight change in his ECG, then there is an action that he could negotiate. So this is what I mean when I say the base forces us to adapt. I hope you understood. Now let us make it more simple. Take the case of a baby. How difficult it is for a baby to manage its first steps. But then, in a few days, it walks and then it starts running. Now about the superstructures. The superstructure has 4 floors. The first one, law and administration. The second, politics. The third, philosophy and other disciplines. And the fourth one is culture, art, literature, and other related areas. Now let us examine the connection between the base and the first superstructure. That is law and administration. Now let us take your family as an example. Your father is the only person who works and then you start working. Ask yourself the question, does it change the law and administration? I should tell you that productively changes your life and it does impact the society in which you live. For example, you become a role model perhaps for your immediate family and then into a larger domain, and definitely you are bringing in a lot of changes as far as a society is concerned. Now, let us take a larger domain. A village where a Dalit girl clears a UPSC exam. Definitely, it will create a social furore. We would, I think, continue this session tomorrow. Hope you would send me your feedback. Love you guys. Take care. Hi, I know that you are confused with today's class.